Have you ever wanted to just describe your day in Moroccan Darija? Well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down how to talk about your entire daily routine, all the way from the moment you wake up to when you finally hit the pillow at night.
So let's just dive right in. I promise, by the end of this, you are going to have all the essential building blocks you need, and honestly, describing your day is one of the most practical, useful things you can learn in any language. So, let's get to it.
All right, first things first. We're going to start where every single day begins, the morning. We'll walk through those first few things we all do and get you the exact Darija words you need for them.
I mean, every day pretty much starts the same, right? You wake up, you kind of drag yourself out of bed, splash some water on your face, and get dressed. These 4 simple actions, they're going to be our foundation. Okay, let's get into the good stuff, the vocabulary. I wake up is kanfik. I get out of bed is kunud min blasti. Now, you might notice that looks like kunud instead of konnud. That's a great little tip. In fast, natural speech, that "and" sound gets shortened, but the kon prefix is still what's driving it. It'll make you sound way more like a native speaker. Okay, next up, I wash my face is kan nughsel washi, and I change my clothes is kan beddel khwaji. Are you seeing that pattern? That repeating kan at the beginning? Let's talk about that.
This little prefix, kan, is basically the magic key to everything. In Darija, you just pop kan in front of a verb, and it immediately signals that this is something you do regularly. A routine, a habit. Once you master this, you can describe your entire daily life. Seriously, it's a total game changer.
Let's see it in action. You take config, I wake up, and you just add the time, ma sitta dabah, which means at 6 in the morning. Put it all together. Config ma sitta dabah. See? Simple, right? You can start using this structure like right now.
Okay, so we're up, we're dressed. Let's move on to the next chunk of the day. We're going to see how this all builds when we're talking about heading to work and, of course, taking that all-important lunch break.
So getting to work is a big part of the routine for a lot of us. You can easily say how you get there. You can say you go biltomobil for by car, or maybe biltobus for by bus. Now let's look at the actual verbs for going to work and all those other midday activities.
And here are the key verbs for the middle of your day. See that can prefix again? It's everywhere. Kan imshi l-khidma means I go to work. Then you've got kan rja lad-dar, which is I return home. And this is a really common thing in Morocco. A lot of people go home for a proper lunch, so this is a super useful phrase. After that, you kan tghadda, which means I eat lunch. And then it's kan rja l-khidma, I go back to work.
Let's put this on a schedule, just to bring it to life. So picture your day. At 6:30 a.m., kanod min belasti, I get out of bed. Then, let's fast forward to 1:30 p.m., kan rajel dar ntghadde. I return home for lunch, a much-needed break. And then at 3 p.m., it's kan rajel khidma, I go back to work. See how that works? You're already building a whole story of your day.
And just like that, the workday is done. Now we're going to shift into the final part of our routine, heading home and winding down for the evening. Or as they say in Morocco, lashia.
You know, the evening routine is just as universal as the morning one. You come back from work, maybe you crash on the couch and watch some TV, have dinner, and then it's off to bed. Let's get the Darija for all of that.
So, here are our evening verbs. Kan jim al-khidma means I return from work. Then, kan tfarrej f'tilfaza is I watch TV. For dinner, you'd say kan tasha. And finally, kan mshi naas means I go to sleep. That pattern is just so consistent, isn't it? It really helps you build sentences with a lot more confidence.
Now let's start connecting these ideas to sound even more natural. You can say flashia, meaning in the evening, and then just list your actions. So, kan jima l-khidma o kan farresh fil-talfaza. That little word "o" just means and. And just like that, you described your whole evening in one smooth sentence. So we've got the basic skeleton of your day down pat. Morning, noon, and night. But what about all the other stuff you do? Let's add a little more color and personality with some extra super useful phrases. All right, let's add some detail to make your routine sound like your routine. For meals, you've got kan ftor, which is I eat breakfast, and kan tieb, which means I cook. For chores, a really good one is kan ghsel muan, I wash the dishes. And for leisure stuff, you might say kan khrej nitmashe shwiya, which literally means I go out to walk a little, or kan tsenet la mzika, I listen to music. Adding these kinds of phrases is what makes it all sound so much more personal. Okay, let's bring it all home. if there is just one thing you remember from all of this, please let it be this. That kun prefix. It is your absolute best friend for talking about daily habits in Moroccan Darija. It's the simple, powerful little tool that unlocks everything else.
And that's pretty much a wrap. We've gone through a whole day, from morning all the way to night, in Darija. So now the challenge is for you. Using everything you just learned, how would you describe your day? Give it a try. You can do it. You've totally got this.